I'm headed in on my first scouting trip for my 2020 Oregon mountain goat tag. Pretty unreal to be holding this tag right now and be going in here looking for a goat with the intention of actually killing one. I need to get to hiking, and when I find something, I'm sure you guys will see it. My name's Ben Titus. I drew a once-in-a-lifetime Rocky Mountain goat tag for Oregon. I've always admired these animals. I've always thought it was really crazy that they could live in the rocks and in high elevations throughout the winter, and just how hardy they really are. I never really thought that I would be holding a mountain goat tag. I've never really thought about hunting them, and so I've done very little research on what it takes to actually get a good one killed. We will see that process as I go along. I have just started my research on how to field judge them, on even just determining billies from nannies, and just trying to learn as much as I can so that I can do this hunt right. My goal for this hunt isn't necessarily to kill the biggest goat in Oregon. I would just like to kill an old mature billy that has a large body. It's just that big burly type goat. I'd like to get it with my grandma's 30-30. I shot a bear this spring with it, and I also drew a deer and an elk tag this fall. And I think I'm going to take it and try to kill 4 animals this year with the 30-30. And so that'll be pretty challenging. I thought it'd be interesting to show the process that I'm going through scouting and the hunt itself, and the overall learning process. So I'm going to try to put out a few short videos as I go along pre-hunt, and then film the hunt, and hopefully have a kill shot and put it all together. I just got back from my first scouting trip this weekend. It was over the weekend of July 9th, so it's pretty early, but I thought that it'd be good to go see some country, lay some eyes on some goats, and just start the whole assimilation process into mountain goat hunting. These goats were a lot harder to find than I expected them to be. The area that I went to had a lot of trees and timber, both below the mountaintops and just all the way up through to the top of the mountain. It really provided a lot of cover for these goats to hide in. The rocks up there were like that white granite, and so rather than thinking that I'd be just looking for white spots from miles away, they would actually blend in really well. Another thing that I'm noticing is how close you have to be to actually get a good judgment on these goats. I stared at a billy for about an hour and a half as he was bedded. I was only 1,000 yards away, and I was using the Vortex Razor, I think it's a 27-60, so I think it's the best spotting scope they make, and I was still wishing for better glass. To get like a good judgment on these, I'm going to need to be within about 500 yards or so. It's going to be tough. Probably not going to pick up a billy that I'm going to try to hunt later in the season. So I decided to pick up camp, hike the 6 miles back out, and just try to explore some other country. So on day 3, I was able to determine some access points for some other country that I wanted to get into. I wanted to try a different spot, and so on Onyx it looked like a good road. Met some guys at the bottom, and they're like, it's pretty narrow, but you can make it if you want it bad enough. Well, it was very narrow, and I'm going over rocks that I didn't know that I could go over. I didn't think I could go over in my Jeep. And take a look at this. Yeah. Oh, there's some scratches. There's some scratches. On the bright side, it's hard to beat the view. I'm hoping to get out again after we get some fire calls, and hopefully I have a couple days of downtime. at some point during the summer, and I'll go check out some more country. My tag is for all of October, and so that should be a good time during the mountain goat rut to see a lot of goats and hopefully pick up a good filly. So I'm looking forward to the hunt. I'm looking forward to more scouting. I'm looking forward to learning as much as I can about these animals. Hopefully I'll have another video out before hunting season really gets going, and thanks for watching.